So, hey guys, I know that originally my videos were uploaded every Sunday. Last week I did it early because I was busy Sunday. Even though I finished early, I just wanted to just relax. I just had one of them days that I just had to relax. Not because of the service, that's the word. Because of the service, because I enjoyed the service actually, and that's one of the reasons I've decided to do this video. Tomorrow I'm at work 9 till 3. It's not really that bad, but when I get in I just want to relax. I've been back to work properly 2 days and I'm already knackered. It's because I've been that used to just relaxing for the past 2 weeks, even though camp we did quite a lot of things, but it was quite relaxed and laid back, even though we were out most days, but I still feel as relaxed and laid back, if that makes sense. And then the next week I was only at work 2 days, so it's probably this week I work Monday, Friday, so yes, so I'm going to be exhausted really, because I haven't really been used to working properly for 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to shut up and get on with the video. So the title of this video is God, Love, Music. So I just want to talk about it. I think the nice things to talk about. So yeah, so the first one subject is kind of God, and I know you're probably going to go, oh, she's talking about God, but that is my choice, that is my religion, and that is what I believe in, so nobody has the right to judge me. It doesn't matter what religion you have, and I've said this in previous videos. It doesn't matter if you're Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Catholic, Methodist, Jewish, it doesn't matter. If you believe in that and you're strong with that and you're sticking to that, then that's fine. Don't let anybody tell you not to do something. If you want to believe in that, if you want to do that, then you do it. And recently, well not recently, Sunday, with the service, it's kind of inspired me to talk about God more, because I don't really talk about him. I don't think I know I've done a video on camp and Girls Brigade, and that's kind of related in God, but I've never actually sat down and talked about God and my religion and believe in God, and it's about time I did. It's about time that I opened up about it and talked more about it, because it's my religion. And yeah, it's not, I haven't not spoke about it because I was ashamed about it. I just haven't really thought about talking about it. And maybe if you're watching this video and you get inspired to go to church, then that's fantastic. So yeah, it's not that that's the aim of this video, to get you to go to church. It's just something I want to talk about. So yeah, so when I was at this service, it was kind of different than what I thought it would be. Like, I did talk about Girls Brigade, but the way it was set out was the captain had us up on stage, well not a stage, it's kind of like a platform, and asked us questions about camp, which was great, and I enjoyed that. And then there was the summer camp, and I don't know if I should be mentioning names because I never had their permission, but I'll not anyways. So whoever takes the summer camp at the church has done it for 3 years, and then he decided to leave because in September he's decided to do go into primary school teaching. and he was talking about it, and he was so the way he was speaking about God and Jesus, it was so like touching. And I've met him before, and every time he talks, it's just like you want to listen. So, and I was just like, God, I want to be like him, and I just want to talk, and I want people to listen. So that's why I basically got into YouTube. It's not for millions of fans, it's not for the money or the fame. It's just because I want to say what I want to say and tell my story, and I want people to listen, and that's basically what he does. But it's not his story, it's God's story. He's telling somebody else's. And he was leaving, and the church did a big prayer, and it was just so lovely to watch that. The church was so thankful for him to come in and doing the summer church, and he helped out with Easter mazes, the labyrinth and stuff, which teaches the kids about Easter. He's came in the Girls' Brigade, and we're just so thankful, and that he's taught us so much. And I think it was quite moving to see them that they would miss him, and yeah. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Talk about God. So the reason I go to, well, I don't go to church every Sunday. I just go once in a blue moon, but I do Girls' Brigade for the church, and I do drama for the church. So I do still technically go to church, and I still believe in God and Jesus. But there's something about my church, and I don't know what it is. It could be me connecting with God. It could be him trying to tell me something. It might just be me. But I don't know if I mentioned this when I did the Girls' Brigade video, but every time I step foot in that church, I feel safe. And one of my biggest fears is being alone. It kind of scares me that I've never really thought about it, but kind of scares me of like living on my own. Even though I know that I'll be able to cope, I just don't want to be, because I don't like to be on my own. I like to be with people. I like surrounding myself with people. So I don't like being alone because I don't feel safe. But I know if I was alone in that church, I would be safe. I would just feel safe. And I don't know if it's because it's named God's Place, or if it's just because it's a place where I feel comfortable, and it's a place where I've been going for years, but I kind of feel really comfortable. Seeing that I've never had a message from God or connected with God, maybe I have. I've known people that say they've connected with God. I may never ask because I don't want to ask in case they think maybe she thinks I'm lying. Maybe that's why she's asking me, which is not the case. But there is a story. I haven't really told anyone, but I have talked about my uncle and my nana. I think I have, and they passed away within a week of each other. And it was first my nana. She had bowel cancer, and for about 5-6 years, it was here. She was living at our house for about a year, and then it went away, and then it came back, and then it spread. So basically, she was at our house for a long time, and she was suffering until a few days before she passed away. She just went into a coma because her body shut down. And I knew she was suffering, even though she wasn't awake and she couldn't tell us that she was suffering. I just knew. So one night, it was on a Sunday, a week before my birthday, I just went to bed and I prayed. I went, God, if you're listening, please just take me, Nana. I'm sick of seeing her suffering. I just want you to take her and stop her pain, stop her suffering, and take her in your arms and look after her. And within 5 seconds, honest. Within 5 seconds, my mum comes to the door and says, your nana's passed away. I don't know if that was just luck or fate, or, as I like to say, I thought it was God, and he's listened, and he knows she doesn't want to see this anymore. She doesn't want to see Nana suffering, so I help her. Then on the Saturday, the following Saturday, on the night my uncle passed away, my uncle had pneumonia for 9 years and he had learning difficulties. So he would aspirate, which I don't really want to talk in the detail. It's basically bring back your food. Sorry if you're eating at this time when you're watching this video. And it's called aspirating because of the acid that basically when you're sick, you bring up acid. So when he was bringing it up, and then you get the point, and it was going into his lungs, that's how it was getting pneumonia. And he was having it that many times, his lungs started away. So on the night, he was fine, he was walking about, and then 2 hours later, boom. He went in his room, he lay down on his bed. The nurses were called. We were given the notice that he hasn't got long left, so say goodbye. So one by one, we said our goodbyes. And I wanted to go last. I said, let me go last. I don't want to go first, just let us go last. My grandma was sitting in the room, I goes into the room. And I never saw my uncle look like that before. And he was just lying on the bed and he couldn't breathe. Sorry. And he was suffocating, and when I couldn't say anything to him, I wanted to say, I'll miss you and I love you and I always will. I just came out of the room and I went to my family and I broke down. And I see as he can't breathe, man. He was just a baby and he can't breathe, even though he was 50 odd. We always called them bairns. So then I sat down and I said another prayer and I went, please God, just take him. Just take his pain. He's in pain. He can't breathe. Just take him. And again, the doctor came along, well, the nurse came along and said he's passed away. And I was that upset. I basically fainted. And I collapsed and I was that upset. I couldn't. And I've never been so upset in my life. I guess it's because he was such a big part of my life. And he was like my inspiration, and that's why I'm doing the job I do, because of him. And that also brings in love. So that was kind of my connection to God. And I know if I've got a problem, like if you've got a problem, you can ring your mum and tell your mum, and which I can do, but sometimes there's stuff you don't really want to speak to your mum about. So instead of using the phone to ring your mum, your mobile is just put your hands together and pray. And it doesn't matter if you don't get something back. He's always listening. And that's all I've been told, is he's always listening. Whether he chooses to help you or whether he doesn't. I believe in ways he does help. So yes. So that's that over. Sorry about that. So that was God and love. And music, I don't know why. I think I just threw that into the title. This is just something I've wanted to talk about for a long time. So I found time to talk about it, and I hope you'll take something away from it. Maybe you just saw me crying. Maybe you were touched by my story. Yeah. So, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week.